I'm Tejas Vakil. I'm a Democratic candidate for the Texas District 21 congressional seat. Let's talk foreign policy. I am for a responsible yet assertive foreign policy that ensures that America does not get embroiled in long conflicts that we have no solution for. But at the same time, we can demonstrate leadership to ensure that the international order that promotes free trade, that promotes human rights, does not crumble without our leadership. I believe that the United States needs to ensure that we have the ability to respond to aggression from countries like Russia in places like Ukraine and Crimea and other parts of Eastern Europe, or respond to China, what China is doing in the South China Sea. We need to have that. We need to have the ability to ensure that we can respond to that. Right now, the big issue on everybody's minds is how do we deal with ISIS? Let's understand that ISIS is not a state. A state that goes against us can be retaliated against. ISIS is a non-state player, and the only way that we can dislodge them is by doing two things. One, on the ground, we need our troops. That may not be very popular, but realistically, the only way that we can dislodge ISIS is by having soldiers on the ground. Ideally, we want those from the major Sunni countries, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Turkey, Iraq. These are the countries that need to provide the troops, but they are not going to be successful without American leadership. So we are going to need our own troops, and we are going to have to go literally street by street and dislodge ISIS from the locales and keep it constantly on the run. The second thing is we have to win the media war. We have to win the social media war, because that is one of the areas that ISIS has demonstrated a significant presence. If we do those two things, we have the ability to combat ISIS, but ISIS is not an existential threat to the United States. We have the ability to deal with it, and we should, but it is an important step that we have to take forward. So, in summary, I believe that America needs to demonstrate and continue to demonstrate leadership, but it has to be a responsible leadership. We cannot get tied up in wars like the ones that we did in Iraq that kept us in for a long time, and we did not have a viable solution. I believe that the Sensible Center wants this sort of a responsible foreign policy. Thank you.